Welcome back to my channel. I'm Pam from Wellness Untamed. I'm pretty sure this is week 7 of the Three Rivers Pantry Challenge. We're still hanging in there, and I've just got some simple things to show you that we did for the week. A lot of what I ate this week was leftovers, so I didn't take video or photos of those things just because you've seen them before. So here we go, week 7. So this was just a lunch that I had at work, and yes, the yolks really were that bright. Between being organic, free-range eggs, they also had been pickled, and was also some turmeric in the solution. So I don't know if that even made them more yellow. I know the outside of the eggs, you can't really see it in that picture, but the outside of them are pretty yellow too. But so I don't know, but I really did not alter the picture at all. These are some potatoes. I actually had 2 sheet pans of these that I put in the freezer. I just parboiled them, peeled, parboiled, cubed them, put them in the freezer for future use. I ended up using them later in the week. This was another lunch that I had. I had some leftover spaghetti in the freezer and pulled that out and just mixed it up with some pesto that I had also in the freezer that I made from a couple years ago, actually. Then on Friday night, everything else this week was all leftovers for dinner. So I didn't want to bore you with more pictures of what you've already seen. So these are just some beets, and here's some beans that I had canned I think this past summer. And I needed something quick for Friday because I was supposed to work, and I wanted to make sure all I had to do was heat something up. I did put some sloppy joes in the crock pot, and for my sloppy joe mix, I just used barbecue sauce that I had canned and just threw in some extra chili powder and some vegetables. And there are the sloppy joes with homemade buns that I had in the freezer. We also had a little time for some snacks this weekend, so I did make some popcorn. I get my popcorn from a neighbor that lives close by that they also do farmers market, and they do organic things. So I had popcorn. I made some caramel sauce to make caramel corn with it, and this caramel sauce does not have any corn syrup at all in it, so I felt at least halfway decent. It has sugar for sure, but no corn syrup at least. This was some bread that I had made this week, just a regular white loaf of bread. They're all sourdough, and then I added some things into the other loaf that like raisins, brown sugar, and some walnuts, and we used that for our breakfast over the weekend for toast. I also did some English muffins, which you saw in that previous slide. Those are also sourdough, so those are in the freezer. We didn't get into those at all. But when we had it for our toast, I did put some butter and some of our home manufactured, I guess you'd call it, honey that my bees produce. So we had a little bit of honey on there just to add a little sweetness. These are the loaves of bread. I started making them the previous week and just wrapped them up and put them in the freezer, but I ended up with 12 loaves because we went to a Mardi Gras party over the weekend, and that was my contribution, was baking all of the sourdough baguettes. I wish I'd gotten a picture of them not wrapped in saran wrap, but I didn't think to do that. But here's a little bit of the spread that my friend made. He and his wife, they do an amazing job. They love celebrating Mardi Gras, and they most years will have a really big gathering, and this is what they do, and it's delicious. And we had a great time. We also used those potatoes that I put in the freezer. I did take some of them out, and I put some bell pepper, an onion, and some garlic in them, and made like a white sauce, or cheese sauce actually. I ended up putting some cheddar and I can't remember what the other kind of cheese was. It was a white cheese that I put in, and baked that. So we had that along with steaks on the grill for Sunday night's dinner. We also had some more of the beets that I had open too. So that pretty much sums up my week of dinners. We are still going pretty strong with having food in the freezer and in the pantry. So not sure when. I will tell you, I am getting a little bit ready to go to the grocery store. So just because I'm ready for something new, not because I'm running out of food. But it's good to know that my freezer and pantry and the dehydrated things I have are lasting us so long. So hope you guys have a great week coming up, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.